Yo, what up, and welcome to Ponch's Palace. Appreciate y'all for hopping on. Where this time we're going to be taking a look at Jakks Pacific's newly dropped Wave 2 Tanooki Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Movie line, which is dope. I love the first wave. By the looks of it, the second wave looks fun because, you know, you got some characters in different outfits, such as Mario.
Excellent.
So this Tanooki Mario is one of 4 characters that are in this wave. They've already announced and shown promotional images of Cat Mario in his cat outfit. You got Peach in her motorcycle outfit, which is the one I'm excited for, and Bowser's trusted lackey Kamek, or Kamek. Forgive me for mispronouncing that if I have. Anyways, I found this at my local Target for the retail price of 20 bucks. They only had singles. They only had 4 of these. I picked one up. They didn't have any of the other characters, so I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for them. And if you're all interested, go hit up your local Targets, because from the looks of things, it doesn't seem like this figure is up for pre-order on some of the sites yet. I'm not sure when. Put it in the comment section below if you guys know when. Anyways, they put this in your traditional Wave 1 box. You got promotional images of the figure all around the box itself, right there in the back with the realistic eye hits, right there on the side with the character in his outfit, and yes, and most of it we've already seen before, and of course the legalese and whatnot with the barcodes right here at the bottom. Anyways, let's pop this bad boy open from the box and take a closer look at Tanooki Mario's details. Alrighty, now behold Tanooki Mario out of the box, fully breathing. So for 20 bucks, what you get is the Mario figure itself and one accessory, which is this super leaf. Now, of course, this being the leaf that converts him into his Tanooki form. It's nice. I mean, it resembles exactly what it does like in the video game. You got 2 shades of the brown here, striped, and you got the little eyeballs painted on with a white glare on it. So yeah, there's no stand or anything to prop this up. He could hold it in his hand, so I just did it earlier, but yeah, he could hold it in his hand. So that's pretty much about it for the accessories. Now, since I have Tanooki here, let's take a closer look at him. So most of the budget, of course, went into the figures alone when it comes down to this line. They all come with one accessory and themselves. So he does have the gimmick of the eyes itself. Some are stronger with this feature than others, but this one does, yeah, this one does it as well. This is kind of not a heavy figure, but it is a little bit heavier than most, and I want to say it's because of all the plastic that they used for the outfit itself. So yeah, if you take a closer look at it, actually, why did I zoom out? If you take a closer look at it, you can see the sculpted hair all around. There's really no shading. There's just different paints of the actual figure itself. So they even went and painted the bottom, the soles, so make it look like paws. They painted the belly there, sculpt. The rest is just sculpted brown. You got his face there, which is pretty nice. I believe that's a separate piece that's placed on the actual head itself, so it's not like it's painted on. So pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun looking figure. Now, don't expect a lot from articulation when it comes down to this line, especially with a figure like this guy, because he's a little bit more bulkier than normal. But it's still a fun figure. It looks great on the shelf, of course. In terms of articulation, he does have a ball joint for the head, rotates all around, but you can't look up nor look down, unfortunately. He does have his arms that extend up closer to a Y pose, single jointed elbows, a rotator for the wrists. The wrists are made out of this glossy plastic, white plastic. I wish this was a little bit different when it comes down to the waist articulation. You could swivel it all around, but yeah, you can definitely tell that the cut is there, so it breaks away from the belly paint, which is unfortunate. He does have the splits. Now check this out. This is where my figure is a little bit, I wouldn't say messed up. I think I may have posed I tried to do a Jean-Claude Van Damme splits a little too much, that this fell off its peg. So you can see that there's a peg hole right inside there, but I'm having a tough time getting it back in. So just be aware of that. He does go that far when it comes down to the splits. Not that you expect a lot of it, of course. It doesn't go forward that much. single jointed knees. I said elbows. Whoops. And in terms of his ankle, he only has that hinge there, so it doesn't really rotate much. He does have his tail, so the tail's painted in those 2 colors, which is dope. I like how the tail looks. But there's really no articulation aside from the swivel, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be articulated, because you can see like the little port there. There's these little nubs that kind of grip on to the tail. I suppose it is meant to be articulated, but all it does is just spin around. There's no hinge in the middle there. There's no way to articulate it. So, I mean, again, for 20 bucks, I want to say that most of the budget went into some of the paint, along with the gimmick that these figures, the line tends to have, which is those eye gimmicks, where you turn it left or right and it looks like it's still looking at you. If you're a big Mario fan, of course, this is a good figure, but if you're not, just know what you're getting. Let's go and compare it to some of its brethren. So, measuring him up real quick before we compare him with some of the other characters from this line. To the top of his ear, he looks to be about 5.5 inches, and then right there to the top of his head, maybe just a little bit above 5 inches. Here he is with Wave 1 characters. So, of course, you got Toad to the far left. You got the traditional Mario right next to the Tanooki Mario. To the right, we got Princess Peach. And then last but not least, Luigi. And apparently, Tanooki Mario does grow up a little bit in height when it comes down to his Tanooki form. He's just a little bit taller than the original Mario. He actually comes closest to Peach, right to the top of her crown. Here he is with a Nandroid Kirby, which I thought would be a good idea since they're both Nintendo lines. And then to the right, you have the movie version of Bowser from the first wave of the Super Mario Bros. Movie from Jakks figures. Now, here he is compared to the Twilight Princess, Link to the left from Figma, and the Link Between Worlds to the right from Figma as well. Now, here he is next to SH Figuart Super Mario to the left, and Jakks Pacific's traditional Super Mario line of figures, Yoshi to the right. And there is a big height discrepancy here, especially with that SH Figuart's Mario. Alrighty, so that about wraps up this review. Appreciate y'all for hopping on once again. It's a good figure. If you're a big Mario head, I definitely recommend picking it up. I do wish that the waist articulation was a little bit different with the execution, but for 20 bucks, it is what it is. But yeah, appreciate y'all. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Follow me on here and on my Instagram account. Hit that like button, that goes a long way for me, and let me know what you guys' opinion is on this figure and this line. Do you guys want to see this line continue, or do you not even care about this line since the movie's already released? Drop it in the comment section below. Other than that, this is Pancho from Pancho's Palace, signing out.